Like, so the biggest question I have in my mind is, do 10 number one hits make a good album? I don't even want to talk about this album. This is the worst album on here for reasons I have already listed. You had one job.
Listening to all of this, that just literally made my mind boggle.
It's so dark out here, we don't know where the hell we at, but the key is to make it. The key is never give up. This shit real out here, boy. This shit real.
What up, y'all? It's your boy, Mo City Jones. Today we are reviewing Arab Attack's albums from best to worst. We're going to be looking at 4 of them, one of them being Fatherless Assad. We're looking at DJ Khaled's albums from best to worst, and it's Father of Assad, sorry. And then we'll be looking at Major Key. We're going to be looking at Grateful, and I believe the album other one we're called is Khaled. Very, not egocentric at all. Not egocentric at all right? The ego is out of this one. It's over there. We're talking humble, He's more humble than Kendrick, all right? In fact, we'll get into it. Let's get into it.
99 Jam South Waters, number one here, popping R&B. It's DJ Khaled, the Dawn Dada, Big Dog Pitbull, Terror Squad.
DJ Khaled is arguably one of the most charismatic, captivating, confident DJs in South Florida.
There's DJs and there's DJ Khaled. There's radio stations and there's 99 Jams. We are the number one radio station in the world. 99 Jams. Let's go.
The 27-year-old who grew up all across the country hit the South Florida DJ scene on an underground station, but his raw talent was quickly snatched up by 99 Jams.
I uplift people, you know what I'm saying? Like, you around me, I get you hype and energetic, you know what I'm saying? Anything I do, I'm just mad energy, but really it's just from God that gave me that vibe, you know what I mean?
If you don't know DJ Khaled, he actually comes from very humble backgrounds, coming here from Palestine and watching his parents hustle at an early age. DJ Khaled was an actual DJ, and he's been a background in a lot of stories that might actually surprise you.
You've been in many rap beefs. You was in Fat Joe, 50 Cent beef.
Yes.
Jada, Beanie, you put them together.
I'm the first one to put Jada and Beanie on a record. When Beanie came out of jail, I had Jada and Beans on a record and talking like a different type of talk. I'm the one that was behind the scenes when Ross and Young Jeezy was going at it, because Ross my brother, you know that. Everybody know that. But I got love for Jeezy, that's my brother too. A real one like me gonna always say, we gotta come together. We gotta stick together. We can never let nobody divide and conquer us. I'm the one that helped put that back together. Ross and Jeezy. Ask Jeezy and ask Ross. Now, don't ask me.
Let me ask you a question. With all this beef going on
I survived the Fat Joe 50 Cent beef.
That's a big beef.
Listen, Ross and 50 Cent, when they going at it. Fat Joe and 50 Cent going at it. All that. But Joe, we gonna keep it real?
But looking at it, DJ Khaled actually worked at the radio stations. He was like the sidekick for another rapper in a radio station. He did get fired from one of his jobs for contacting the record company information, and I'm sure it's probably worth it because maybe he got some good contacts out of it. But that's a little funny little tidbit I didn't know. But DJ Khaled doesn't want you to know any of this. In fact, he's probably freaking out if he ever saw this. He'd be like, hey, don't tell him, man. Watch him during his Nardwar interview, for example.
The rest of your family, for instance, your sister has a shoe store in Jacksonville?
I keep my family out of these conversations. Listen, we're going big up to my family, big up to my whole family. I like you.
Your uncle, at one time, did he run Hip Hop, Fish, and Chicken in Tallahassee?
I'm going to keep the family stuff out this, but you good.
So let's start with the more recent ones and we'll work our way back. That starts with, let's actually look at God Did. Let's look at that one, in fact, too. So looking at God Did, which is 3 years ago, he has this Uses Gospel song with Kanye West featuring Eminem, and it really doesn't fit at all. Whoever thought to put Eminem on like a Christian rap song,
God did.
should just stop thinking about combining people together. You know,
Sitting one day in my crib, I was on the phone, and somebody was telling me something. While they was telling me, I just kept looking at it. You know how you ever look at the phone, like you try to, like, what's this person saying? Like, so you have to look at it. Then I was like, let me call you back. And I hung up and I put it down and had my head down for a minute. I was like real disappointed. I was like, damn, they don't believe in us. And then immediately I was like, God did. Like, that's what God said, Cal, keep your head up, keep going, don't stop.
you know? And that's really his main flaw, is that like the thing that he does, he's not really that good at in terms of like when you look at the percentages, you know, of all the people he's matching up. Sometimes you're going to win. Sometimes you're going to, you know, get some good things, and sometimes you're not. But like you should be for that being your job. That's your one job. That's what you do. You decide who goes together. All right? Like, that's you had one job.
Odin's son?
You had one job. Just the one?
Oh, man. And he's not that good at it, you know? Sometimes, like, the one time he pairs, like, Meek Mill with Lil Baby, you know? And then he, like, or, you know, we're going to get into it, but, like, the beat choices as well, like, SZA doing Miss Jackson beat by Outkast. Like, there's so many examples throughout
Listening to all of this that just literally made my mind boggle.
But being objective, looking at the rest that God did, it is too many tracks. Objectively, there is a hit album within these list of songs, I would say. You know, if you knew how to structure an album properly, if you knew how to put certain artists together with other artists, then you could easily get a 10 out of 10 album out of the material that is involved. The scraps can make something really good if you know how to put it together right. The pieces are there. The Jadakiss interlude track is a great example. Go and listen to that. It is clearly like just the best song on here for me. That's my favorite one. But there's even other songs on here that are really good. You know, and I don't even mind like the SZA song that's on here. But the one that's on here. On another album, I got a problem with it. But I think the album in generally is like a 4 out of 10 or something like that when I'm looking at it because of structure.
Moving on to 5 years ago, we have Khaled, and I really think that this album is, again, just the same issues. I don't like to repeat myself,
but doesn't know about song structure, themes that go together, a flow to the album.
It's like, so the biggest question I have in my mind is, do 10 number one hits make a good album? No, they do not. That's the answer. They do not, because you can have all these hits and still not have a great album. And there isn't really that many winners on here. I mean, looking at it, I like Pop Star with, in the video, Justin Bieber is doing the Drake's verse because they couldn't get Drake in the video. I like that whole aesthetic. There's a lot of those type of moves that's done over the years that DJ Khaled has been cool in terms of recognizing that he's a meme. But at this point in his career, he's already broken that trust with the next album we'll probably be looking at. But none of the songs are really that fleshed out, once again, because there's no theme, there's no emotion, and even when he tries to put emotion in a theme to his albums, that's when it becomes the worst, because you never can force 30 different artists to go to the same theme. So you should always have a general theme. So when he does themes like Thankful, like he does in this one, he has this first song is Thankful, and the last song is like kind of mellow as well. And so he creates the opposite, like, I mean, the theme is like on both ends of the album, and everything in between does not fit at all. So he starts it off with a theme, he ends with a theme, and he's like, okay, that's a theme. Let's just throw everything in between. Doesn't matter where it lands. Cardi B talking about this right after you're saying you're thankful, talking about, you know, what she talks about. You already know. It's just adding to the whole theme of it all, right? Yeah. So he doesn't get how to structure an album to make it listenable.
Yeah, just chill out Me bun a big bomber clot Rastafari spliff. Listen to Rasta cassette. And me, I just chill out. Man, I just chill out. Man, a cool man, I just ease, you know? Father of Assad to the world. Father of Assad to the world. Father of Assad to the world. The biggest album. Because the fans made it the biggest.
Moving on to Father Assad, which is 7 years ago. Oh my lordy. This album right here is what I really wanted to talk about because of the whole Tyler Creator situation. He has his album coming out and DJ Khaled is just hating on Tyler. I've talked about this before, but just to give you a quick recap, both albums coming out the same time, and this album has everyone on it. I'll just let Khaled tell you about his album because he's better at promoting it than me.
Cardi B is on the album, SZA, J Balvin, Post Malone.
Let me help you out. Cardi B, 21 Savage, Jay-Z, Beyonce, Nas, CeeLo Green, J Balvin, Meek Mills, Rick Ross, Young Jeezy, hold on, Buju Banton,
What?
Fresh from Home.
Buju Banton?
He's on Holy Mountain and Holy Ground.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? I got everybody. How about this? Ask me who's on my album.
Who's on your album?
All your favorites.
All right. Guys, DJ Khaled, everybody.
Yeah, so that's how many people he had on it. And Tyler Creator, you know what? I'll let Tyler tell you.
Watching a man die inside because the weirdo was winning. I was moonwalking in a wig. Had everyone on his album, everyone. His whole identity is being number one. When the underdog took that away from him, ego was deflated.
I make albums so people can play it. Go to the barbershop and hear them playing it. Not no mysterious shit.
Man, he's not wrong. I'm not in the barbershop. I'm not at the club. I make music, but rap is my thing. So for some guy like that to indirectly be like, that ain't real rap, that ain't real black music, I was like, my don't. But I didn't say nothing. I just let that number one speak.
That's basically the situation of what happened. Looking at the album, it actually has some pretty good tracks on here. Once again, there's good tracks on every album. I mean, even though he's recreating everything, like some people don't like this pop side of Khaled with like I'm the One and No Brainer, but it's the same formula. He's recapturing that same formula over and over again. And this is what I'm talking about in terms of he's not very good at the second time around at capturing lightning in that bottle. By the way, we gotta make a petition for people to stop using Outkast Miss Jackson for inspiration. Don't sample it. Don't do nothing. I'm looking at you, Logic. I'm looking at that one little boy. I forget his name, but he's a young boy, like 10 years old, making songs. We looking at you, DJ Khaled, and anyone else out there. Just leave a song alone. Just leave it alone. Leave it in the air. Let it fly. Be free.
Oh, you like to fly?
I fly, baby.
Fly away, baby. In the clouds, no frowns. All right, now that's what I'm talking about. Tears, no fears.
But there are always good tracks on here. But once again, he does the thing where he's trying to do a theme. Father of Assad, and he looks, and it starts with Holy Mountain, and it ends with Holy Ground. Both start and finishes with the same theme. None of this has anything to do with that. Maybe Thank You, which is just an annoying song at the end. And then, so, I mean, you're not anything except you put the pieces together and slap your name on it, you know? You're the corporation. You're the corporation now, you know? And the funny thing is DJ Khaled has produced before. He's produced on a lot of Fat Joe songs. He's produced on Real Talk by Fabulous.
I've been knowing Fat Joe for about 9 years, and me and him is real cool, man. I'm part of the Terror Squad, and that's like a family to me, you know?
And the parts that he does have to do with are actually the bad parts about the albums. Once again. But Meek Mill kills it on Weather the Storm, and Nipsey Hussle kills it on Higher. Just gotta say that. There are good tracks on here. It's just knowing what to do with them. That's so hard. Moving on to 9 years ago now. Yeah, and we're going on to... I don't even want to talk about this album. This is the worst album on here for reasons I have already listed. I'm not going to repeat myself. Y'all know why, okay? Everything I listed times 10. Grateful is at the bottom for me right now. And then we're moving on to the top, which is still like 9 or 10 years ago. So there's not too much space in between these albums. You know, DJ Khaled was working, boy. And that's one thing you can't take away from him. He is always working on being the best food critic in the world. If you haven't seen part 1 to this video, be sure to check it out. Anyway, moving on.
Rockefeller rapper Beanie Siegel stops in to show him some love.
Every time I come out, he show me love, man. That's why I had to bring them an exclusive first.
Yeah, it's true. Khaled's cocky, but he remembers how hard he had to work to get where he is.
Everything I got, you know, where I'm at now, I always had to fight to get into it. You know, I had to fight to get on radio. I had to fight to DJ at a club. Not fight physically, but I mean like a little struggle, you know what I'm saying?
I just want to say, I like Major Keys. I like the way it starts, and I like For Free, and I like, and the more you get, and those are the 2 biggest hits, you know, the first 2 songs. Yeah, I like, I think I Got the Keys, and so, you know, it's good promotion for the album. I like the album in general, and because it has nothing to do with anything. That's why. There is no theme here. He's not grateful or thankful. He's not naming it after his son. He's not giving his son credits for being a producer on the album like he does on one of them. He's not, there's no theme here where it's like, oh, Jamaican vibes in the beginning and end. Oh, now we're getting Middle Eastern vibes at the beginning and end. Like, I know he's not trying to put a theme together and just throw stuff in between it. That's why this album is better than the other albums. And it has some great tracks on here. I think Major Key is the only album to have Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole, and Drizzy Drake on the same project. Believe it or not. We the best. Which is saddening, sickening even. But that is kind of cool. That's a flex. That is a flex. I can't deny it. You know, see, I try to be objective, give him his props where he's earned it and deserved it, and then snatch that away because how horrible of a job he's doing.
Now, don't get it twisted. I have a team, and I praise my team. I'm not like these other guys that hide their team. And I come to artists and I present to the artists ideas. Every record has a different story. So I come with the artist's idea and they either love it, and if they love it, they contribute to it, they make it 10 times bigger. That's why you see everybody is a producer and a DJ now. But it takes a great producer like me to tell them sounds is garbage, they're fake. Don't fall for the trap. Let's go with these sounds. Let's do this. Oh shit, this beat you presented me is dope. Give me that. Watch what I do. I make records, I find records, I put...
But this album was good. He was cooking with it. Big Sean has the best verse on here still, in my opinion. You can say that Kendrick Lamar did it. I don't believe you. People always underrate Big Sean, and this verse on here is exactly what I mean. But yeah, moving on. I think that in terms of rating the album, I gotta remember the names of the damn albums. What would some egocentrical prick call albums, huh? Oh yeah, okay. They're all coming to me now. From Grateful. Grateful is at the very bottom. We're scraping the pan on that one. Then we got Khaled. God did right on that, and then we're gonna do Father of Assad over that, and then we're going to do Major Key right over that. So Major Key being my favorite one that he's done. I'm not going to the earlier ones to get that out of my system, but I was very surprised about a lot of things when I was researching him, to knowing that he was a DJ, he was involved in the game, he did make a lot of moves, he's involved in beefs, and he's involved in the culture for a long time, and he is a good hustler, and he's a funny meme as long as he holds on to it and doesn't lose it by hating on Tyler, the Creator. Then he can really be successful in terms of the meme. The food critic video I had is a very good example of that, where like he's a funny guy. He has a funny energy to him. You know, it's just when you lose sight of the meme and start believing believe in your own jokes, you know what I'm saying? Like, so that's what it turns out to be. And I think that's what's happened, unfortunately, when we let the money go to your head. All right? So don't do that. Lock it in. So that's the video. Appreciate y'all for listening, making it this far. Like it, subscribe, and do all that. Put in the comment section. Send it up to the moon, baby. Let's go. Appreciate y'all. Deuces.
And become a billionaire. They ain't believe in us. God did.